Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This channel is all about me and my journey throughout CRNA school. Today's video is going to be about working while in school. If you guys are interested, let's get into the nitty-gritty. So I've mentioned before in previous videos that I do have a per diem, and I've been able to manage it fine. I've heard of people that during the didactic portion of their CRNA school, in the front-loaded program, they usually try to work part-time. I didn't want to put myself through that much stress. I don't feel like I'm able to manage my school and work-life balance that well, at least not yet. And I didn't want to jeopardize my grades because I was working part-time, when really if I could live off student loans and figure it out, then it really wasn't necessary. So again, why jeopardize my school progress and my career as a whole just because I'm making a few extra bucks? So I decided and I settled on 2 per diems, if you will. So I've kept my transport gig. I've mentioned it before that I work for an ambulance company, that I pick up neonates from hospitals that aren't equipped to care for that particular patient. So I pick the patient up from that hospital and drop them off at a hospital that is able to manage their care. And it's pretty easy. It's not more than 4 hours at a time. Usually the time that it takes me to get to the hospital for the ambulance to pick us up, for us to go to the other hospital, to us to stabilize the patient, set the baby up in the transporter, and come on back, it's really not more than 4 hours. And it's great because I give a report, drop it like it's hot, and I'm out of there. So for me, it works. And what I like is the flexibility of being on call, and I don't have to be on site. There are some transport companies, especially if you work for one that is a helicopter company and they have where they fly you out to different places. You have to be on site in the moment you get the call. That way you can take off right away. With mine, we use a ground transportation, so an ambulance, and I have 1 hour to report. So it's great. To me, it works, and the actual scheduling works as well. So every schedule period is about 4 weeks, and it usually coincides with the months. Sometimes it kind of gets a little out of whack, but every 4 weeks or so I give them just 1 day. I give them one 24-hour shift, and that's all I need to give. For us, if we work a night shift, that is you don't have to work any weekend days. So I can work Monday night, Tuesday night, because you only need to give 24 hours in a 4 week window. Sorry. And for me, it just works so much better lately to just do one 24-hour shift. It's great because I wake up at 7 a.m. I'm on call all the way till the following morning at 7 a.m. And it's not really a day wasted because I'm at home studying. You know what I mean? And sometimes I take naps, and just so I'm available and ready to go at any time. So that job really does work well, and it helps me to be flexible with my schedule. So what I do is I look at my schedule and I look at the weeks that I have tests, and I'm like, okay, I have a test for week 12 and week 13. So let me put myself to work on the weekend of week 10 to 11 and the weekend of 13 to 14, so that I don't overdo it. I try my best to never schedule myself before a test. And that's been pretty consistent throughout, and I've been okay about making sure that I don't work on a weekend that I'm preparing for a test, because that weekend is crunch time. It's the refresher time, not the cram time. But I never put my days so that I'm jeopardizing my school career, because that's really not the point. So that's that job. So I am actually on call right now. I've already fulfilled, it's already 10 p.m. tonight. Also, sorry that I'm recording this video super late. I worked last night at my per diem, and I slept during the day. I did get some errands done, so my nap took a little longer than I had expected. But anyways, neither here nor there. But I'm on call now, so I'm on call until 7 a.m. And what's great is that I don't leave to back to where my school is until Monday at 4 p.m. So I have all morning to catch up on some other things in case I didn't get to, because I did work again at my other job. So my other job, my per diem, is where I used to be a staff nurse, and that flexibility is also great. I'm very, very grateful for it. I only have to work 2 weekend shifts a month, and they're supposed to be within every pay period. So for me, it's just a smidge more complicated because I have to literally look at, like, I have to set up in my calendar the pay periods, which is really not that difficult. And so and it has to be a weekend day, which is actually fine because that's the only days I could possibly give. Because I'm in school midweek, so Tuesday through Thursday. So on Fridays, I don't really want to work that day because I drive into town Thursday night. Friday I sleep in a little bit, and I study a lot. Fridays are my big day to study. And then Saturdays for me are the most convenient day to pick up a shift because then I work Saturday night to Sunday. It's not really affecting if I have to sleep before I drive to school again. So for me, I like to pick up Saturdays. So I worked last Saturday, this past Saturday, and I'm on call for transport for 24 hours. So that's my fulfillment for this month pretty much. And I was on for last Saturday as well for my per diem, which I didn't get used, which is pretty great. So I was able to catch up on my studying too as well. And we've been without tests for 2 weeks. So it's been like a relief, you know, a little refresh, a little restart. And it hasn't been too much material to have to cover. So I've been going at a really slow pace, you know, really like understanding and grasping the knowledge as much as I can, but without overdoing it because the test isn't going to be until next week, Tuesday. So I don't have any tests this coming week until next week, Tuesday. So I have at least 10 days or more or less to get myself ready. And then that's where it's going to be like 2 hell weeks again, because I have week 12, I have 2 tests, and week 13, I have a test and a presentation. So it's a good amount of stuff that we have going on in the next couple of weeks, but I was able to put my work weekends, these 2 weekends that I had no exams coming up. So that's what I've been trying to do, and I've been pretty good about it. So I have my planner that I have all my days set up there, and that's the only way I've been able to survive. But yeah, it's been pretty easy for me anyways. And at this stage, if it gets any worse where I feel like it's too much, then obviously I'll make a change. But for now, it's really working for me. I'm really only having to give 3 days out of the month because it's 2 shifts, and they're night shifts, which I'm okay with. I prefer it. And 1 24-hour for my transport gig. And that hasn't been bad at all because, like I said, I do get to stay home throughout the whole call shift. So it's really not bad. So when I did interview for this program, they did ask me like how I was going to transition from being somebody who makes money and provides for the home to being somebody that doesn't anymore. And I was like, well, can you work? And I was almost literally like almost hung up the phone call, if you will, because it's a Zoom. But yeah, like some schools frown upon working, and or there are the programs that make you sign a clause that says you won't work. Thankfully, I didn't have to, and there were in the interview when I asked that, they're like, well, clearly you're not ready to take on this program. And I was like, no, definitely I'm ready. I just wanted to know, how intense the coursework was. That's really how I came or circled back. But one of the other interviewers, who is actually the dean of the program, she mentioned that she also tried to work and she couldn't hang, so she dropped the job. But again, it's all on work preference, work-life balance, time management. It's really tailored to you. So if it's something that you want to do, then work toward it. Do it. Set a goal. Make it happen. If you are the kind of person that would rather just have a little supplemental income just to feel safe, like for me, I like it because the gas prices are so high, and I just want to make sure that I can, if I'm hungry, I can stop and get some food. It's for me, it's just peace of mind that I'm not spending money that I don't have. So I've been much better about spending because I've been the kind of person that since I have the money, since I work so hard for it, if I want something, I get it. So it's been kind of hard to stop that, but I've been okay. Like when I do some unhealthy habits is that I'll put things in the shopping cart on the website, and then I just won't check out. And what's great is sometimes they actually send you coupons like, hey, you forgot something in your shopping cart, but don't do that. That's not healthy. But it's been great because I just use the little supplemental income for gas. That way I'm not spending the cost of living money that I took out from the student loan on things like that. Like I use the cost of money student loan for my mortgage, my car payment, my car insurance, like the homeowners association, electric, you know, things like that, because I don't want to jeopardize losing my home as well. So I've budgeted myself very, very tightly, and I've put every little dollar of that student loan to good use. So that way at the end of this year, next year, and the year after that, I really won't, my loan usage is going to be minimal at best. There's going to be a video that I talk about my finances for CRNA school, but I don't know if I'm quite ready to talk about them yet because I'm not sure if what I'm doing is working. I kind of want to play it out, see how maybe at least what half the year, you know, goes by, and see how I manage, and maybe if I have to take out more loans. I just want to make sure I give the best information possible on that video because people are definitely interested on how at least I am financing school, or how you're able to finance school when you're not working or working minimally. So I will be posting that video. Just I want to make sure that it's most accurate and that I have, you know, been through it in order to talk about it. So that's pretty much it for this video. It's just based on how you're able to manage it, you know, make that decision on your own. If you're the kind of person that you're able to manage school, you're able to manage work, you're able to manage home life, then get it done, you know, make your money. There's nobody that's gonna stop you unless it's a school that makes you Santa Claus. Just make sure that you don't let things fall through the cracks because of a job. You know, I've mentioned in a previous video that I failed a test, and I will not ever say that it was because of work, because I worked one shift 2 weeks prior to that, and I was able to study at work. So there was no reason why I did poorly because of work. I did poorly because I did not know what to expect, and it was the first exam. So, you know, it's to be expected that you don't know how they ask the questions, you don't know how to prepare. But now that I've been able to get all A's. So I've had all A's and 1 C. That's not even that bad. So I really don't think that attributing being at work, making YouTube videos or anything like that is jeopardizing my school. I literally am able to make this video in like 10 minutes, edit it maybe 10 minutes, and post it. So that for me is time to myself, that, you know, it's a little hobby that I like to get done, and it keeps me sane. So I can't attribute the poor grades to that either. But again, if I do feel like anything is ever getting jeopardized because of work, I will make a change. You know, I know how to fix a situation if it's not working. So sorry for that really long outro. So I mentioned that I'm going to be posting on my finances throughout CRNA school, but not just yet. Look out for that video at some point, but not right now. Other than that, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!